came out and lived with us from Texas. Shermel?
Shermanette.
Charbonnet, yeah, Charbonnet.
We don't brush our teeth in Texas.
She said they don't brush their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whose daughter was she?
Georgia May.
Your sister's?
Mm-mm. My niece.
No, she couldn't have been your sister. Oh, okay. So that was your niece. And she was pregnant when she was at our house.
Who?
Charbonnet.
She was.
I think so.
Well, she was pregnant when she came out here. And Dr. Paul didn't like her. He called me from downstairs. Come on here. Take her. Send her on back to her mama. You don't need her. He was trying to chastise her like you would do a teenager that made a mistake. She said, how come everybody say I made a mistake? I ain't made no mistake. I knew what I was doing. Dr. Paul got so mad, I told him, come get her. Dr. Paul passed.
Did he?
He had pneumonia. I didn't know it until I was down there at the doctor under him and somebody was talking about it.
Well, he was, I thought, well, when we were going to see him, he had gray hair. If I'm not mistaken. He had all gray hair slicked back.
Yeah. He like Aunt Ruby.
Oh, is that right?
Ruby got more gray hair than I have.
Huh. Yeah, I used to like going to see him. He was a good doctor. Well, I used to like going to see him because he gave us those little nasty suckers. The sugarless suckers. They didn't have no sugar in them. But when we was little, I guess we liked them.
You didn't know they didn't have sugar in it. I remember I took you, doctor to doctor, and I told him, you gave my phone. I said, so you decided you'd try me? I said, no. Nobody else had. You would vomit up everything. You can't remember that. No milk wouldn't stay on, and they told me to get meat-based formula in a can and put so much of that in water and give it to them. That stayed, but ooh, the bowel movement. He made it.
I remember I was telling Katie how I remember when Uncle Sam and all his kids came in and stayed with us.
Uncle Sam?
Uncle Sam. I don't know if Virgie came, but it was Siobhan, Nikki, Trell, and their oldest daughter, Joe. I can't remember her name, but she passed away. But I know they had an older daughter, Uncle Sam and Connie. Was that her name?
Connie.
Condra. Was her name?
Condi.
Condi. Yeah, Condi. That was her name. Yeah, she came and stayed with us for a while. And I don't think you remember. You know Sean, don't you? Big Sean. That's Uncle Sam's son, isn't it? Or is
that's his wife's son. Connie and Sean was her children. And Siobhan,
Nikki and Trell were his kids.
Nikki and just Siobhan.
Oh, just Siobhan.
Carol soon come to her senses and got rid of him, got her a job and went to work. You know this woman he's with now?
No.
She loves Sam. And I said, I hate Sam told her where I live because she's kind of off. And she think I have Sam having women over here.
Uh,
She didn't know I do that.
so Pepper, what about Pepper? And
Jocelyn,
yeah, those are in Jocelyn's daughters. Pepper and
she won't tell me who Pepper daddy is.
Pepper and what's her sister name? Mickey Pepper. Oh, I cannot remember her name.
I can't call her. But Pepper got married and she found a woman's phone number or picture and she divorced her husband. So she living right there. Annie.
Annie. Yeah, Annie.
Annie went to prison and she got out. I forgot. Oh, she said they caught some dope on her.
Uh,
She went to prison for 3 years. But she got out. She was looking good. She was in the church. And she married a man.
so how come? You remember? I remember when we were kids. You would pack all those lunches up, and we jump on the bus to go up to Tehachapi.
We would do what?
Go up to go see my dad when he was up in Tehachapi, and you would pack those lunches, chicken and all that stuff. But nobody else really went to go see him, hardly, did they? Or how come you would go see him so much?
Well, I went so Ruth would, how long did it go? And then after that, I just kept going. But he don't write me now. I said I was going to try to get a little together. I don't know whether he got anybody sending or anything or not.
So.
His mama done passed and his brother, ain't nobody but him now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he doesn't worry about it because he had 25 years of life, so we just look to spend his life there.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see. He might get out.
Did he know your parents?
Hmm?
Did Earl know your parents?
My parents had passed.
What's their names?
Hmm?
What was their name?
Bush.
Oh, that was their last name?
Mama was Sorella. My daddy was George Bush.
George Bush, huh?
President. I should be proud.
So did you guys grow up on a farm? Or
Yeah. We grew up on the farm. And Mama used to put two of us on the road chopping cotton. You know what that is?
on a row?
Hmm?
On a row, what's that?
On the road.
Oh, in the aisles, in the rows?
And he'd chop up and he had hit a few licks on ours to make us get an extra 50 cents. We only got 50 cents a day. And she put two of us on the road together. And then she helped. Because you're supposed to keep up with the leader.
Mm-hmm. So did her and your dad work in a cotton field?
What?
Did her and your dad both work out in the fields? Or you guys just had a cotton field?
We went out to work. Mama and Daddy were separated. And we all were with Mama. And just like she'd come and hire out to you, and she put two of us on the road,
Oh.
and she'd help us to keep up. And we got an extra 50 cents because we
Oh.
only got 50 cents a day.
I got you.
No, I don't know. My daddy was passed by on the pipeline. We had 48 pounds of flour, 25 pounds of meal, going to take it to his lady friend. But anyway, I went to my daddy's funeral. I don't know why. But I went. I just thought, lately, I said, now, all of that crying ain't gonna bring him back.
So did your mom ever tell you what her childhood was like? Or what it was like for her growing up?
Pretty much like mine. He was working out in the field, plowing, chopping cotton, picking cotton. But I remember when my brother was 10 years old, and he begged Mama and cried to let him go to school that day. And she said, no, I'm stay here and help your daddy cut wood. And Mama was down at grandmother's quilting, and we were down there with her. And her daddy called, nigger! He called my mama nigger. Nigger! And Mom went running down there. He still calling. And I remember when Mama got to him, she said, George, you done killed my boy. He had him in his arm and he was limber. Probably, if he'd have called when he hit him.
So he hit him with the axe?
Hmm?
He hit him with the axe?
That's what we believe. He was stoned. You know what it is when a saw gets pinched?
Oh, electric saw.
Hmm?
Was it electric saw?
It was, one had hammer on each end.
Oh, uh-huh.
And when they got it almost out, the tree sat down on the saw, pinched it in there. And my daddy, we figured, had that stuff. I can't call it the sand blade thing, and was knocking to unpinch it, and my brother was too close, and he cut him. That's what we figured. But Mama didn't mean you kill him like you killed him. But to that said, George, you done killed my boy. And he was dead, but I believe if he got him earlier,
That they could have saved.
And Mama lost her mind. I didn't know it then. She was sent to Dallas. And we were staying around her. I don't really know who you supposed to stay with. But I just realized after I got grown and Ruth took her medicine, and that's where Mama was. Because there wasn't no place but in Dallas. But I said, through all the Lord brought us through for a reason. Now, my mama and my daddy were separated. Her daddy and mama were separated. My grandpa. And we used to go to work for Daddy, and the man, his boss, had a store. And he had everything in it, clothes, food. You didn't never get no money. They'll pay you out of that store. But we made it. I said some of these children in the late days had to do it, they would make it.
So how is it? I always wondered how, for a kid, like, because you grew up in Texas, and probably what, if you were born in 1920, so probably the 30s and the 40s, what it was like for you as far as, because you took care of Miss Wolf, and I never really understood that. I said, well, I told Katie, I said, I remember my grandmother took care of this old white lady that lived in the back of our house. And I never understood why, like, as far as I remember, you never ever said anything bad about white folks. But I imagine...
I don't feel like the people talk about them now. You know. I feel like if you do right and respect them, they'll do the same. But her daughter lived in, I can't think of the name of the town, but she'd come up there and get her clothes and wash them.
Miss Wolf's
daughter. When she passed in the hospital. And I used to go over there every day to see her because her daughter couldn't stand to see her right there. So she was dying, and I would call Millie and tell her how she was acting. She said, don't you go out there to see her no more. So I don't know where they put her to sleep or what they done. But Millie's husband died. So Millie took her mama away from back there where you talking about. Coming up there. And her husband died.
Miss Wolf's husband, or Millie's husband.
Millie's husband died. He wasn't sick or nothing, but he died. And her brother died. And Miss Bennett was still living. But Millie didn't care nothing about black folks. But Miss Bennett liked them. So we went down there to see Miss Bennett once. She had a little old bed in a little old room. We didn't go back. Yeah, we have been up there.
Exactly was a midwife.
What?
What was a midwife? She just helped you come to your house and help you deliver the baby?
That's what I couldn't tell you. She's supposed to be able to catch the baby and cut
the umbilical cord.
And get it all cleaned up to take care of it. Where somebody else could take care of her. But the midwife we had, she'll come and sit up by the fire and eat. She wants something to eat. They'll tell her that head is here, just turn around. All she need to do is just back to the pan. She's up there eating. And another midwife in the church come. People used to gather around when folk gonna have the baby. I didn't like her what they did. And so she was there and she'd tell her what to do. One midwife not supposed to interfere with the other. And she would do it. All she need to do is back to the pan. That's in the eating. And I remember at the first one I screamed out there. And I told her, I said, Mother Robin, I done all I can. She said, yes, I know. And Mother ain't gonna let her baby have him die either. Cause it was dead. My first baby was dead. And they couldn't move. And she tried to get her to take her hand and press it around. But we ended up, she had pressed it around like this. And my husband had take both palms and pull it up. Somebody on my shoulder pushing down, and somebody at my back, because they couldn't do nothing to help herself. And she wouldn't do nothing she told her. She said, I'm not going to let my baby die. Whew. And that baby was the largest baby I had, and he looked just like my husband's brother. And I did not like him. So, when they got it out, so look, all of it. He's a great big baby. And that's the only black baby I've seen. You know they be red. He was black. But anyway, I made it. So I lost 3 babies before I had daughters.
Yeah.
Because they said, if you lose one, you can't hardly pass that stage without losing it.
So were all your kids born by midwife? Just daughters.
Rose, Doris, and I think Ruby. The other, I had moved to town. You got about.
So for Doris, or once you have a midwife, you don't never need to go to the hospital. You just have the baby right there in the house. They just clean up the baby, and there you go.
And do what the midwife tell you to do, and not eat certain things. When the baby was 2 weeks old, they let you get up and walk around the house and carry the baby, and that's all.
Well, I imagine the midwife you had after you had the baby, you didn't even have nothing left to eat.
I didn't have no one.
You didn't have nothing to eat because she ate it all.
But we would just have to pay her $5.
Oh, is that right? So it was just like a job for her.
Go from.
Did you have the choice to go to a hospital?
Yeah, if you could
could.
have the money to go. So I remember with this baby I told you was black. We called Dr. Ranger. He's a Caucasian. And it was snow and muddy, and he couldn't come out. Because they were scared. Because they said it would be a little string left. I forget what you call it, but it would kill them. But they gave me douches and Lysol and stuff. Because he couldn't get out. And ever since then, when Doris was born, I was at my mother's house. She told Elsie, when your child gets sick, bring her to me, home to me. And he did that. And I'd be mad. And so his grandmother came down. People, when they know you're going to have a baby, they come. Come. They didn't have a phone. And so I got in the bed, covered up under the sheet. Wasn't saying nothing. And so my water broke. They let that toe. I wasn't want the water out. Mama said, I told it I don't crazy girl, I wasn't gonna say nothing. And they had the heat water and a kettle. You don't know nothing about it. But they had to have hot water for it all. And they got me out of the bed and put me down on the floor, put quilt down there. And I remember Elsie's grandmother said something, because he stopped by and told her. He wanted her there, but I didn't, because she was there when my sister's baby was born. And so she said to home what she said, but I snapped at her and said, "Poof!" And Elsie caught Doris and grinned. No, I didn't. I liked her husband, but she didn't like me. I told her, I said, if he married her, I ain't gonna never come to your house. I would like that better. But I don't approve of two people getting married and one of them don't like the one they gonna marry. It's a miserable life. Because they make like you don't have to go there. But they gonna want you to go. Actually, you go with them to see what's going on. That's a miserable life. But you can't show her or you can't tell them. All I know, I love it. I remember Mama Charles said, I ain't gonna give her to you. She wanna marry you. That's her. But if she was me, she wouldn't have you. Because it's gonna be mid at night. She gonna be there with little children and they ain't gonna know where you are. You're gonna be all lonely. I married him. She said, I ain't gonna go a step to see her. I couldn't get married at the church or nowhere. I had to go out on my porch. Right at the porch. But like she said, it was a midnight night. I didn't tell her. I didn't know where he was. But not with my baby. He was there, not with Rose, or he's in Borger. But with them other, the midwife let me lay right up there in his arms. And she working with me down there. She called him Joe. But I thank God. People, I don't guess it's no midwife now, cause with Ruby I tried to find one. I didn't want to go to the doctor, I wanted to stay home, but I've been used to. I don't know why did you get out. They had a lot to do with them. With that $5.
So how would they know to come to the house?
Somebody had to go get her.
Uh,
Like you know, my baby's supposed to be born on the 10th. But then my labor pain started to go.
Somebody just run to the house and go
Yeah.
get her.
That was a time. When I started to say, Mama said, I ain't gonna give her to you. If she wanna marry you, that's her. She was me, she wouldn't have you. But anytime she gets sick, bring her back to me. And that's the part I was mad about. He'd do it. Any little thing. And I wanted to be with him, and my mama wanted me to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
But my oldest sister, first child, 3 weeks, I think, older than daughters. Because I know I had to stay at Mama's 5 weeks. Because they didn't let you go out like they do now. They have the baby and go home.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to stay in a whole month after the baby was born. But people were more healthier then. But now, they get him out, leave him, and go on. I was dreaming of that pretty baby last night. Oh, they said, oh, he's a pretty baby. I said, what is it? They said, it's a boy. I said, oh, I know it. I'll be glad.
Well, we don't know. We said we're not gonna have another one, but I think we would like to try to have a boy, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, these is getting up. You wouldn't have no 2 babies at once.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be a little hard trying to get back into the groove of having a baby.
Well, Katie would be happy.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I don't think no woman really wants the boy for herself, but for her husband.
Mm-hmm.
He won't.
Yeah.
So, is Will's girlfriend working?
No, not yet. I don't think she went back to work. No, she didn't.
No, that's so. So y'all kept him a month.
No, we kept Big Rob, not the little baby. No, we kept little Robert. We kept Robert's son. He's 15.
You kept him.
Yeah, we kept Robert's son. We didn't keep Will's baby.
Well, why y'all had to keep Robert?
We just trying to help him with his schoolwork, and
Oh,
he had some problems at home, so we just told him to come stay with us for a little while, and we just help him try to get it figured out.
he's doing pretty good in school.
No, he's not doing too good in school. So, and it won't be long. He'll be 18. So we just try to help him with his schoolwork. And
When is his birthday?
his birthday's in November. Well, he'll be 16. I mean, he's 15 now, but I mean, he'll be 18 before we know it. You know. So,
Well, if he doesn't have the interest now, at 15, I want to be somebody. can't go to school.
I took him to work with me a few times.
Huh?
So I took him to work with me a few times.
Well, that's what he needs to know how to work.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to get a job.
Yeah.
He's going standing around and snatch somebody's purse.
Yeah. So I don't know what he's gonna do, but hopefully he can get his grades up. And, cause I don't know.
Well, he needs to be able to go with somebody before he get 18 and learn how to work.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. That's what Sonny, every now and then Sonny would take us over to his house and send us in the backyard and have us working, pulling weeds and shoveling rocks. And, he taught us without pointing his finger, saying I'm got to teach you something.
Mm-hmm.
He taught us just by taking us to his house, saying, pull these weeds or shovel these rocks for me. So that's what I try to do for little Rob. Hopefully he'll learn how to at least work.
Well, he got to know the value of it, cause I hope he don't do like William, get a baby first.
Yeah, well, that's another story. If he could get through school, I'd feel a lot better, than if he didn't graduate or didn't make it through school.
So he what?
So I feel a lot better once he graduates. I'll feel a little bit better about him being able to take care of himself. And I have to depend on somebody else to take care of him.
But he doesn't have nobody but you to help him, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we just have to pray. Let the Lord.
Yeah, so you can add Little Rob to your prayer list.
So you can do what?
So you can add Little Rob to your prayer list.
Oh, yeah. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing. For God to work with him. And he's 16. I mean, he's 15. He'll be 16.
He'll be 16.
So. Does he write his daddy?
Well, no, he's back at home now with Robert. He stayed with us for a month and then went back home. Yeah, he stays with his dad in Colorado. So they live 5 minutes away from us. 5-10 minutes. Irma couldn't handle him because he was getting so big, and she had the 2 girls. So she sent them on with Robert. She's just getting too big for her.
Yeah, I know she could. Because he knew she wasn't his mama, because when they with their mother came to him. But I pray he'll have a change of heart and want to. He got hard as you without. We're going to have some kind of something to go on. Yeah. We,
now driving away through, well, en route to South Central, my old stomping grounds.
Hold on, sweetheart.
We're now on Slauson and Figueroa. Katie doesn't know she's going to be able to turn because there's no arrow, and normally people don't stop to let you in. Tams. Tams. We used to eat there when we were kids. Oh, here we go. Ooh, that's a red light. It's going to be 69 or 70. It's at the lot. Old Tony's Market. This is my old elementary school, 68th Street Elementary. This is back when teachers could still take out a ruler and discipline you a little bit. This is Denver Avenue, the street I was raised on.
Do not say it.
Stop. Up, right there. That, underneath this little balcony, is where Daddy chipped his tooth playing up there and fell off. This is where we used to play handball. Yeah.
It says 99.
And there it is, 69. It's supposed to say 6922 South Denver Ave.
Hey, that dude will let you go in.
Let's see. Yeah, right. And there's a good look at the mansion that I grew up in. Was in a lot better shape than that, though. Current homeowners have been nice enough to let me inside.
This is 69.
69, see.
My boys.
Someone turned the numbers.
Yeah.
That's okay. So, here is our old house. This is the living room, split with the divider to divide the dining room. And we'll make our way back into my old bedroom. There's the bathroom. And that sink used to be different, but Erlacia broke it. And this was my old bedroom right here. Hey, how you guys doing? Very. And there was Granny's old bedroom. And this furnace is where Will and I first realized we were sitting right here on the floor when we realized that Earl was in jail.
This one used to be your house?
Yeah, this used to be our house. How long have you guys lived here for?
I lived like in that.
Like 2 years.
Couple of years? And you guys go to 68th Street Elementary?
Yeah, I go to Bethune.
You go to Bethune?
I go to Sixth school.
I went to that school and we used to go swimming at Bethune in the summertime. Do they still give out lunches over here in the summertime? That's what we used to go in.
But Bethune, they don't have the pool no more.
No, why not?
Cause like I heard some kid died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they killed some kid right there, so they closed it up.
So they closed it up. Huh? So how's the neighborhood now?
Side, like
It's okay?
it's prostitutes.
Well, in Figueroa, it's the same. Nothing's changed over there, but...
But right here it's cool. Everybody gets along and everything.
Uh-huh. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
So how old were you when you used to live right here?
I was in the 4th. Well, I lived here in the all the way from the 1st to the 8th grade. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
It's still
Nah,
the same.
you don't like it? Still the same, huh?
All games in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sparks are-
You wouldn't happen to know if a Miss Griffin still teaches over here, would you?
Miss Griffin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No? Okay.
I think she knows.
What? I'm sure there was a teacher over there named Mr. Bates.
You know Miss Sinclair?
No, I don't know her. But back when I went to school, Mr. Bates was my math teacher. And one day in class, I was messing around, screwing around in class, and the teacher caught me. And he had a yardstick. You guys know what a yardstick is? Big old ruler. And he took that yardstick and told me to put my hand out, and he whacked it as hard as he could. And
So
back
how
then,
do you-
teachers could do that. But now, I don't think, of course, your teachers can't do that anymore,
So
right?
how old are you?
Right now, I'm 30. So I'm still young, but so I'm making this video so that when my kids are my age, they can watch it and see where I grew up, so that they know. Because my parents, I don't know where they grew up or how.
You was living right here, wasn't
Yeah, I was living here when my mom passed, and so she passed. But I live here with my grandma. But my mom passed while I lived in this house. She lived way in the back house, the last house in the back. So she lived there. So that's where she passed away at.
Like, what made you come back and like check out your house?
Only because I wanted to make this video, and I started videotaping my grandma because she's pretty old. And she's 80. So here is her dining room here. Obviously, and back here was the kitchen. Con permiso. Was our kitchen, a stove, and a fridge right there. I could tell you where that was without even coming in. And here's our laundry room. It's set up a little bit different than when I was a kid. We had our washer here and a dryer in front of this door. And that's the door. If I wanted to sneak to the store, I would just jump over the washing machine and run out of the back and jump over this fence right there and through these yards and head on to the store where I would buy Now Later's, Charlie Chan, Lemon Heads, and a lot of candy. This is a current home owner, I should say renter, but okay, we're gonna make our way back out. I want to thank these people for letting me come back inside. Back to Figueroa
So, what you didn't tell me about
en route to grandmother's house.
right?
Yeah.
Daddy.
Yep.
Daddy.
you'll take a left to get to Grand.
It helps that you know Spanish.
Daddy.
Yeah, Joel.
When I pushed the lead, I fall. Leah fell down. Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy.
What?
Daddy.
What, Aaliyah?
Can I put my
Totally different neighborhood now than it was when I was a kid. Now it's about half Hispanic.
We found down at the house.
Here at this restaurant. Hamburger stand.
When you got big, the baby,
Here is, let's see,
Oh, girl, that.
Lawson Swap.
You
Here.
better turn right on Slauson. Oh,
Yeah, that's one. Matter of fact, that one was here when I was a kid. My dad had the girlfriend that lived up here. Yeah.
Jewel, you have no right to tell anyone that they smell. They live on 70th, right? There's a gas station. Is it on the other side of
Yes,
the freeway?
on the other side.
Shopping.
Here's Katie driving through South Central LA like a trooper.
Oh, you guys. Green arrow. You want to find a grocery store?
Wherever we can get it. Right off the bill right here. This is Bethune, where we used to take our liable to catch it.